In June 2025, I was furious. I was furious at the world, but often I was just furious at Nintendo for leaving so many people out in the cold with the way they upended the Switch era and moved on to the depression console. I don't know, man. And I was furious at myself for letting gaming become such a huge part of my life, but never freeing it from reliance on this one company and the consoles that they make. So, what do you do? Oh, well, for me, I bought a PlayStation Vita. I still love my Switches, my DSs, all the Nintendo consoles I grew up on. I always hope to. But ever since a certain yet untold story that led to me buying a PS2, I've been looking for new avenues, even though it's honestly kind of tough to expand my tastes right now. I'm venturing out there, and I have found a niche situation to share with you. So I have not hacked this Vita. This is not a best handheld emulator 2026 video. I haven't hacked any consoles in a while. I will eventually, but not this one. Not this black and fuchsia PS Vita 2000 model. I like working within constraints. I find it helps me focus on what I have, and in this case, just locking into the games that are legitimately available on this console has been giving them life. But then on top of that, I have the very privileged and unique situation of living in Japan for work. I've been here for a couple years now. So thanks to secondhand stores and their affordability, I kind of have my pick of the litter. So basically, that's what I'm talking about today. 1 year with that, which has led to a weirdly fruitful situation. If you have the right niche interests, I would say the Vita is a great little console. I mean, I may have some very Nintendo adult in recovery tastes when you look at this video. I don't really know how it reflects, but hey, whatever happened here, it's special. The Vita has become an inseparable part of my gaming life, and I don't want that to change, frankly. Now, let's just get on and tell the story of a year with games that you don't need to hack anything for. They're just kind of Vita games. You know where this is going. Vanillaware, JRPGs, Gravity Rush, Shovel Knight. Everyone thinks of Shovel Knight when they think of the Vita, right? I mean, it's the best. It's the definitive port. It's the definitive port. I don't know anything. I'm talking out of my ass. I don't know anything about the other Shovel Knight ports. I just love this one. I took an informed risk by making this my Shovel Knight console, but it was pretty well informed by how much I adored Bloodstained Curse of the Moon, back when the Bloody Knight Dream was just being baptized. Oh, you didn't know? My PS Vita has a Chunibyo name. Yes, the Bloody Knight Dream. There's an origin story. You can hear about it. You know the one. It's in the Symphony of the Night Takarazuka musical video. Oh, you know the one. It's the one about the retired actress's pancake factory story. You know the one. Yeah, Curse of the Moon had me in a death grip in a way no other Classicvania ever has, but part of that, bam, honeymoon magic hammer 1 year later. Not fully, but I gotta be honest, the more that I play the 2000 model, the more iffy I am about the buttons. A year later, they're a little bit plasticky, and they're plasticky in a way that is a little bit too hard and yet not clicky enough. I definitely prefer my loose, almost too loose PSP buttons, and I love the 3DS buttons. Those are so clicky. These ones, I don't know. I'd be very curious what the 1000 model feels like. However, I have not fallen out of love with playing these retro-style action indie games on the console because of the screen. I don't know, man. This screen, this size, these speakers, I guess, and this form factor is just so incredibly peak. And it's not the OLED. It's not even the OLED. It's just the LCD. I don't know, man. I grab my Vita for this vibe all of the time. It is such a good vibe, and I don't want to burn out, but just like, man, I can't stop clicking. So putting aside like actual PS1 ROMs on the, PlayStation shop, which I have a couple of, the true 2010s indie action retro inspired games like these two, it's not going to be an endless ocean like Steam or Switch, but you got like Time Spinner (S), Axiom Verge 1, which I am dying to play on here, some Steam World games, Iconoclast, and more stuff. Like, you can lean on it, and especially like if you've spent thousands of hours on Switch and you're fucking sick of playing it, frankly, or even if you're sick of playing on Steam and you've heard some of these names, like, yeah, these are good games, but kind of a bygone era now. There's new indies to play. My wish list is full. When am I gonna get to it? I honestly think that just locking in and putting them on your Vita is such a good way to explore them, because they're classic banger A+ games for a reason. They're just drowned out by 200 other ones now, and it's such a nice console for playing these games. The form factors, it's perfect. It really, really clicks. It's a shame that Guacamelee and Stardew Valley seem to be delisted, at least from the Japanese side of things. I'd probably be playing those now, but 2020's Terraria era, anybody? I've never played Terraria, but I got it for like 700 yen boxed, so sure. The Animal Crossing killer, the 3DS rival, I don't know, man. Thanks to Zangetsu and the whole world of Shovel Knight, it would be weird not to have 2010s indie games on my console, and boy, I am staring daggers into that American physical limited edition Axiom Verge box. It's almost like a grail item now. It's only $45 on eBay. I really want to buy that fucking Axiom Verge box, man. So, I didn't truly get the Vita out of nothing but rage. Shocking. The rage was there, but the reason it was on my radar and I didn't just pass it over to focus on PS1, 2, and PSP, which would have been a completely different story, was Ia VT Colorful, the Ia Vocaloid game. Vocaloid games. They're like an immersive sonic community art exhibition. After falling out with the plumber, they're my favorite thing to splash on any console I own if I'm allowed to. And usually Vocaloid game means Miku game, but there are exceptions, and those exceptions are pretty neat. Last year's video went into Ia VT Special Edition and how that gave my dream its signature blood-soaked fuchsia look. And whatever happens with other games, Ia VT will always be that Vita game to me, the first one. That said, yeah, it's great for what it is, and what it is wasn't quite funded enough to compete head-to-head with Miku, in my opinion. The vibes are vivid and rich and pretty unique, honestly, but it's lacking like 3D animation music videos, and a little bit of the game feel of Project Diva isn't quite there, and again, that might be me falling out of love with the buttons on the 2000, but I don't know. Even when I play Project Diva F and X, which are apparently not the best ones of the trio, I'm not there all the way with the clicking. Sometimes I'm like, I don't want to keep clicking this, and that might sound super granular, but rhythm games kind of get me in touch with the hardware in a way that nothing else does. It's a very person and machine synchronicity moment. But yeah, there's like a lot that I love about these soft graphics, and there are so many gem songs, and the character models make you feel all kinds of funky, funny things with this era of expressive capability, but I am not sure that that's the most important thing here. How special is it to ramble on a dark, stormy night about Ia and Miku's numerous games on the exact same console, where I can talk about the freaking Love Live School Idol Festival ass games, and there's like random Idol Master games I can't even keep track of, and there's like a Madoka Magica licensed game sitting on my shelf, like, what the? What the heck? What wows me isn't just like the Vocaloids, but it's the Vita in Japan having this haven of licensed games and funny niche one-time experiments with famous anime IPs. It's just such a funny, crossover otaku thing that you can't really look away from. There's an endless charm to not only be playing one of the dorkiest mainstream consoles ever, but to be saying, oh, sorry, I'll catch up with you later. I'm busy farming trophies on Love Live, School Idol Paradise, BB version. It's just so random. Things like Idol Anime and Vocaloid, they've had huge impacts on my life, but I never thought they would cross over into console gaming. Having the Vita be home to all kinds of random niche stories is a good time, and it's definitely one of my favorite hats that the console wears. Lastly, yeah, how did I miss the signs of where this bloody fuchsia visual novel machine was headed? I tweeted something out back in July 2025. It went like, fuck, I wish there was somebody out there to take my hand and help me navigate the endless world of PlayStation Vita visual novels. Oh, it's all Greek to me. I can't make heads or tails of these things. And then in like 20 days in August, I get knocked out stone cold by a spiked Acme brand steel pipe. It's a killing game machine. By which I mean, it's basically mandatory to finish any discussion of this year with Danganronpa. These are triumphantly good games. I mean, what do you even want me to say? I can't even get into it right now. They are without a doubt the best experiences that I've had on this console. 1 and 2. I mean, they're some of the best experiences I've had on any console. They're like silly and niche, yeah, but when all of a sudden they're hilarious and they're headed to your niche, walk in. You can get them on sale for $1 on Steam or Switch or PlayStation like 7 times a year, and I've done that. But I swear, every step you take away from good old Danganronpa PS Vita is some manner of compromise. Oh, the screens are too big. Oh, the models don't look quite so good when they're all bloated like that. Oh, the colors don't look quite like I like them on the Vita. Oh, well, there's no touchscreen. Oh, the console's too heavy or whatever. You know what? I feel like getting in touch with Sony has made me realize that sometimes a good console justifies itself. Stuff the exclusives. If you want to play X, Y, or Z third party in the lap of luxury, go grab a Vita. Look, I love my Switches so much. I love their beefy libraries that I curated for them. I love their shape and feel, and I do love my Switch too. That's a thing. I love playing big, beefy visual novels that require like HD graphics and a big screen, like 100 line and stuff. My goodness. I love that on Switch too. But if I ever have the chance to play a VN on Vita, I'm playing it on Vita. It's the perfect size for a VN. Hell, that's a really good angle for buying a 1000 model. Homebrew that thing. Put more visual novels on it somehow. Just liberate the damn thing. Steins Gate, the opening chapter, everything I've played so far, felt so luxurious on a little lightweight console. Idle Death Game TV. Buying that at the store, buying this little polite, easily storable case with all the colorful art and the spine and everything like that. Having that just around and knowing there was just an endless expanse of these things to devour going forward, it gave me a hunger for cheap random VNs so insatiable that I might find out how to play Otome games and pretend that I like men. It's so much fun that I can't turn away. Yeah. At the end of the day, Danganronpa having the style that it does, in the graphics of that era, in the form factor available here is great. Gosh, I am dying for 2x2. I don't need a remake of 2. I love that there's going to be a new story. A new story? Sure, I love that. I don't need this to be remade. I am so happy. I am content. This is one of my favorite cartridges that I own. God! So, thanks to the great honor of hosting my probably endless replays of Danganronpa 1 and 2 and Shovel Knight Treasure Trove, not to mention being an endless ocean of random, crazy anime stuff I didn't know existed, I think the Vita is my third favorite console right now, and maybe I'm getting too excited. Maybe it's gonna burn bright and quickly and it'll fall off next year because there's not enough new games to add to it for me. I mean, I look at videos about this console's library and they are sobering sometimes. Like, haven't you ever considered the exclusive Phineas and Ferb game for the Vita? No, not yet. If you need me to, maybe I will. I don't know. It is definitely a rival for my favorite 3DS, which has been a high watermark and the archetype for a charming, personality-filled, specific handheld console with a niche that makes me pick it up every week and give me a certain kind of mood. It's right there competing. They are rivals. They are meeting on the court. They are making out maybe in the locker room. I don't specifically know. But to see a console come out of nowhere and do that in a year, I am very surprised. And yeah, I guess I don't know what's happening next on Vita Island for me, but zeroing in on these funny little legitimately obtainable games has been such an alive experience. My brain lights up when I hear people talk about these specific parts of Vita life, and yeah, if I want more of that, maybe it's time to go make annoyingly sentimental, personal, emotional connections with P4 Golden and Gravity Rush. See you.